Hi all, this is Nishant from the Guinea Times, official magazine club of Anna University. It is pleasure to have with us today Rajeshwari Ravi, architect and designer behind the studio Kadambari. Hi ma'am.
Hi Nishant, pleasure to be here.
Started in March 2024, you have come a long way and made a great impact. Can you share about your journey so far?
So when I started, I just was a designer with a dream that just to try out how you can use design to convert textile scrap into useful products. I know how to use a tailoring machine, but I've never done products before. Like I'm an architect. This was a new medium for me to explore. So from just tentatively trying to do it to starting, to bring in a tailor, lady who was looking for a job and she was not able to go for a regular job. So we said, okay, why don't you? I'll design you, start stitching. Right. From that to slowly. Making products, putting up stalls, learning to how to showcase our work on Instagram. It's been a very interesting journey. We don't do marketing as such, except for what we post on Instagram and at the sales. But we've been having some very interesting requests because we do the designing and the production in house. We have a lot of customized requests. People coming and say, "Can you make a mobile pouch for us?" Then that becomes a product. Somebody said, my spectacle case is too clunky. Why don't you make something that can be rolled up in a fabric and I can put it in my handbag? That became a product. Slowly, growing from like 0 products to 30, 40 products. To having people, now come and ask us to do bulk orders for them or ask us some very crazy things like, can you make, ID card holders in fabric? It has been a very interesting journey. And it's also nice to see that once we started getting bulk orders, we were also able to have more women were given, job opportunities. So every little step has been quite has a lot of learning on the ground, where to get the material from, because we mostly work with upcycled fabric. So people, of course, now they call us and say, can we send you our, we have, some stock of fabric, then they send it us. But in the beginning, we had to go start, looking for fabrics and all of that. From that to learning how to put things together, it's been quite a learning curve.
Very interesting, ma'am. A transition from an architect to a designer, especially in an upscaling industry. What made you choose this?
Upcycling has been something that I've been doing from childhood. So this was, I come from a family where I've seen my grandmother take saris and convert it into curtains. I think most houses, yes. Indian households, they've been very resourceful. Okay, I think this brand was born more out of nostalgia. We don't see that kind of creativity and ingenuity anymore. People are so busy, we just want to buy something and then we get so bored of it, we throw it away. But when somebody makes it at home, so you don't throw it away so easily, and there's so much of love that goes into the making of it. So that was something that actually I felt, we've been doing it forever. Why not do the same thing? A lot of, I think consumerism is so high that we throw clothes even before they've finished their end of life, right? So I said, why can't it become something else? If you don't want to wear it as a cloth, why can you not make it into a pouch, or why can't you make it into a pillowcase or something like that? So it was more like a fun sort of a thing. Whereas architecture, the building has to stand, you have to know all the technical stuff and all of that. This was more like an artistic expression that I started, but then I saw that there was so much more potential to the idea, especially when I can generate jobs.
Very passionate, ma'am. Every business we saw a lot of challenges. Being a woman, of course, we face unique challenges than the normal challenges. So, what are the challenges you faced?
Actually, I started doing this because I wasn't able to do my regular whatever work I was doing before that. Had too many rigid requirements, and I had some family issues for which I couldn't do that, Okay. So this was meant to be flexible. So today if my employees come and tell me, my child is not well, sorry I couldn't come, I know you had an order, I couldn't do it, or my mother-in-law wants me to go to the temple, I tell them that's exactly why this brand is for. We want to employ women who should be able to do whatever they want to do, flexibly. We're talking of not having a very stereotypical job.
Yeah.
So that way, the challenges that I faced is very less compared to any other job that where women might have faced other jobs. In other jobs, it was okay, but of course, starting a new label, getting business, learning all those kind of things were there's no gender to it. It's more of and other than the people who stitch, I'm the only person who has to do everything from designing to marketing to to running to the courier. Every single thing I have to do. Now I know that we are at a place where we get regular orders, and maybe I'll start. I'll get a team to do it. But up until the first year, more of functional challenges than anything else. Otherwise, I must really thank. It's sustainable products are not the run-of-the-mill products, right? So
Yes.
we weren't sure if we have the audience for it, but people have been very receptive. We've been very encouraging, and I think I have a lot of gratitude for all the initial supporters that have brought us to where we are today.
Great, ma'am. Studio Kadambari is a strong foundation for women artisans. In this world where we speak about women supporting women, what do you want to say about that?
I think if we cannot understand the problem of another woman, then that's where I started. I couldn't go for my job because family issues had to be taken care of. But I was still privileged enough to not worry about where my food comes from. So then I started thinking about what about women. I mean, I couldn't. Small little issues will be there. You'll have to cut back on certain things.
Yeah.
But getting food on the plate or medical, getting having
Service.
income for availing medical services was not an issue. But then I thought about all these women who are not able to access all of these very basic things because they are not able to go for the jobs, or if they find jobs, it's like housekeeping and things which are not very dignified. And most of these women that work for me are living in the outskirts, and it's more like a village, so they actually don't like going and working in somebody's house also.
Okay.
So they would rather be without any of this than working like that. So they couldn't go back to the export houses, but they could do this. So evenings, if we have to work late, they bring their children in. Weekends, if we are working, they bring their children in, and all the children are working together. And if we're packing something, they're also helping. And it's more like a very nice, safe, happy, healthy place. So I think if we cannot understand each other's problems, then we can't expect the society at large to do that.
That's a powerful message. What do you want to tell to the young women out there who want to pursue a business?
I think they should stop thinking about, is my degree related to my work?
Right.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Okay, if your degree is like your foundation course, you come with a basic skill set, and we all know how irrelevant skill sets can become in a world that is changing so fast. Whatever technology you learn and go tomorrow, it's outdated by the time you get your degrees. By the time you finish first year, third year, it's all gone.
Yeah.
So what is the point? So go ahead, pursue your whatever your interests are, whatever makes you alive and kicking. Find your niche and keep doing it.
Great, ma'am. Looking ahead, what are your plans for Studio Kadambari?
Studio Kadambari, now I want to start making it into, want to make kits which can be delivered for home tailors now.
Okay.
I want to be able to get orders, simple orders. We do products which are more, more detail oriented. I want to make simpler products, mass, and so that it can be cut and all of that and made into kits, sent to their homes. They can, because there are a lot of women who have machines at home but cannot come to our unit to do that.
Yeah. Okay. That's a great message, ma'am. Thank you so much for the interview. I had really great time.
Very interesting questions. Thanks a lot. I
Thank
like
you.
sharing it with you.